Okay. Is that currently working? It says it's live, but it's not actually live. What's happening here? Are you going to actually be live for me? Okay, YouTube is going. What happened to you? Default canvas, but it's blank. It should be the same canvas, right? There's nothing here. Fresh. Okay, it is supposedly working. Alright, so hello everyone, welcome to the stream. Today is, once again, I finished what I'm doing for the week early, so I'm just going to do things. So one of the things that has been in the glorious barrel of things I've started and haven't finished is this animated illustration that needs some parts to be changed on it. So the fun bit is that I'm probably going to turn on live 2D to check which bits exactly need to be changed and then go from there, but I do remember one part, which is where I need to go through and make sure I still know what's happening with all of these different things at some point. This is the CSP version, so changes made here need to be moved over to the PSD and then make sure it's all working together. Let me actually open the PSD, see how it ended up flattening a little bit. Blah, 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 blah. Where am I? Rings up to here and to here and to PSD. The very many layers sitting on here. Oh, was there a problem with the light on some of these things as well? I think some of the lights had a problem overall. So many of these things are squashed down, so it's kind of hard to tell exactly what I did to a lot of these things. You can kind of see that some of these things are very big, some of them are not. Filter. Does this have to stay separate? It's a blue filter on top. You know, if it has to be a multiply, because otherwise it doesn't work in Live 2D. What was this? Oh, right. I don't even know what I was using that in the end. Okay, so first things first, let's go over to here. We want to deal with the kelp here. So problem number one of things that I found out, well, I should have known, but I decided to risk it anyway for the most part, is a object that begins curved really doesn't behave very well when you try to make it wiggle later. So I actually need a new version of this, which is not as wiggly. Let me just turn a whole bunch of this stuff off. Where's the tank? This is the back of the tank. This is the sand. Is that the paper? It's not the paper. Paper's... There's a multiply layer on top of this. What multiply layer? This is a glass. Oh, that thing's not really dark. What about roughness on here? Oh yeah, that looks alright. Okay, so regardless, I need a new version of this thing. And the fun bit is that, why is that doing that? Don't do that. Where is straight line tool? How thick is this? Good enough. Actually, wait, no. A bit thick. 2. The most ideal way to deal with this is to just get 2 very parallel lines. Make this as thin as I can. Why don't I just take a second line here? And I'm just going to grab you, and I'm just going to jam it onto you. That might be a bit smarter. So we just need to grab you. We just need to like touch tips. And we want this to be nice and thin down here. It's parallel now. Is that about right? Nice and thin till it gets down to the bottom. Something like that. That'll be fine. Just extend that out a little bit. And we'll just roll with that. Okay, now I did all those leaves with freehand. Well, that's hilarious. Okay, well, dude, let us get this. What am I using? Get rid of some of that, and we're just going to go ahead and well, I just do it right all the same way I did. Cut paste. No. We want to cut just this portion out, cut paste. Okay. We're just gonna put it straight. We're just gonna grab this and we're just going to dunk it just a tad. I feel like that's going to cause me problems later. Maybe I should really just take 2 parallel lines and just form up the end. How thick do I want this? Out there? Let's go like that at the top. Yeah, we want to go you, birch. Good enough. Okay, what's that buffering? Why did I do that? Can I remove some of these? Okay, well, we're kind of just gonna freehand the leaves here, but I want to actually give this a base. Let's give this a base. And then we want to go into here. We want to generally create a very gradual triangle shape here. with the leaves as they come down. And then do I just freehand all of this? Look how spacing these not too far apart. Whoa, don't do that. Blah, 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 blah. Alright, let's see what I can do with this. Actually, I need to separate all of this. But one of the things that I came back to, I think was this thing doesn't wiggle very well. It's technically better if I separate at least everything but the top leaf. Yikes. Oh, that's gonna be a lot of layers. Oh well, whatever. Okay, so that is one. Realistically, I should separate all of the leaves here. How much is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, Jesus. Do I have a good way of dealing with this? Alright, let's just go. Alright, top to bottom, we'll just call this leaf 1, and then we'll just take that and we'll just go ahead. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, hopefully I haven't gone up to 10. Alright, so we just have 9 layers of extra stuff here. Hello there, how you doing? Currently doing some adjustments to something that I just kind of picked out of the mini things that I haven't finished, so. How do you do leaves? Oh boy, let me just make extra window of this exact same thing, just sticks to the side there. How's this go? I need a... that looks kind of leaf-like. Good enough. And well, my wrist doesn't really work the other way, so let's just do this, and we'll go ahead and... I'll have to do. Oh, that shape is... It does not spark joy. What the heck happened here? Alright, there's gonna be a lot of this until I make a substantial way down through here and just recolor this part. Then realistically, to take it straight into Live 2D and just try and see if it behaves a bit better than what I had before. That works. All right, next. Oh, does that spark joy? Not in particular, but it does not spark enough to spare for me to think too hard about it. Also, just as a general thing to note is that everything here is going to be like slightly blurred either way. So technically, perfectly nice to look at shapes is not the #1 thing that needs to be heated to here, more the general shape. Yikes. Okay, I should probably make better use of less so here and just resize them. It's gonna bring you around like this instead, pop you out. Why is it leaning already? Why is everything on one side like a little bit bigger? Like just a tiny little bit bigger. Out there. Oh boy, oh yeah, this is a giant file. Writing to file, auto save, please hurry up. Yeah, still writing the file. Okay, there we go. Well, it actually took, well, like half a minute for it to write the file. That's a little worrying. So what am I up to? This is that's the one, number 4. Okay, number 5. Best part is that I'm not following the guide underneath at all. Going to do more of the same orientation. I don't know if I'm gonna end up hating that later. You this way. Probably vary up the shape of these leaves a little bit more. I kind of varied them up very quickly. I can literally just do this. Just grab some and just vary them up a little bit. Oh, you can really see how unbalanced that is. One side was certainly bigger than the other. And I can vary it up by going, let's say we'll just grab you and we're just going to position it a little bit better than that, but alright, well either way, that was 5, here's 6. Kind of reaching a point where I don't know, it's just copy some of the other ones a little bit more. Yeah, whatever. Alright, Oh boy, do I need one more step? Or can I actually just end it here and not have it be all the way down to the base? I don't know, I like this like more staggered style, a bit better. That's kind of how it was when I was looking at images of this. Okay, let's just say it goes up to there. That means that with this, we want okay. Turn you off. Then we want to go through this and we want to just dump this color into all the parts. Bruh. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, that's part one. Then first up, we want to go pick up from the layer, and we want to pick up from the... Is it the same color? Oh, it is. That's hilarious. Okay. Alright, so slowly make our way down this thing, and we'll see how it's going from there. What was that doing? Okay, number 4, we want to go with that. Oh, wait. Oh, should I make this thicker? Okay, and then you. Do a little bit of variance going up and down the whole thing. Then we want to... I actually want to do it this way. That's how I want to do this. Okay, so that exists now. Alright, so then... Save that. We take this whole ass thing. Oh, I put the straight bonds here too. Oh, that's hilarious. We'll just straight help. And we'll just put this in here, and we want to go down to not the shark. Where am I? Fish, bubble. Where's tank? Shark. Fish, tank front. No, I want tank background. Into here. That gives us that. Did I blur it? Hello there, how you doing? I must have blurred it after merging it all down. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so I'm gonna merge that all down. Well, that's gonna be a lot of extra shit to do. Okay, then we want to grab you to you. We're going to give you a good old Gaussian blur. I can't give you a good old Gaussian blur if I do them all together, can I? I cannot. That is really annoying. How much is this? Like a 30? Looks about right. Okay. Can I do it from here? That straight from here? Is that a thing I can do? No, I cannot. What's that doing there? Let's turn this on with me. I really like to think there's a faster way to do this, but oh. Oh, why did I do that? Okay, should be able to see it against the top set of leaves just behind Gura's head. Now blur that, and then that should be now a very blurry thing back there. We don't need this anymore. Okay, so another thing I know that needed fixing was on the shark, I believe. It's probably you and you, isn't it? If I don't clip these, what happens? What's the shape? Okay. Yes, this is literally the shape of the sharks, which is not what we need. We want this to... Actually, do I just redo this entirely? And then, how are you shaped? Oh, you're actually like a shadow that switches over. Okay, you're fine. Okay, was there anything else I needed to mess with that I know exists? What was the shape of the shadow? Oh, this is, I guess, right. Aquarium lights. What is this? This is literally just on top of her. Okay. Filter giant as blue screen that just sits on top of her. Oh boy. Front part of the tank, I think that's all fine. It's not as dark as I think it probably should be, but... Okay, we'll just save all this for now. We'll just see how that feels. Alright, actually I am going to turn off Visual Studio, because I know for a fact this is a junk file. The sim O. Okay, so we want to re-add the where it is. here. Okay, P, S, D, U, into here. Replace, okay. Or let's let it. Ah. Yikes. Okay, let me just give this a basic set of missions here. Good enough for now. Alright, background. Kelp bunch. Okay, we'll put in the background here. We'll give this a parent called straight kelp bunch. The use creation. We'll put this into the background here. I'm actually surprised it's sitting on the right. Did I move things around? Oh, I did. Pretty convenient. Just look at these missions pissing me off. Oh, right, because it's not very blurred now. I mean, I guess that's not a giant problem. What's the best way to do this? Let me think about this. Okay, best way to probably deal with these is to use a line deformation of vertices. This animation I started for Shark Week last year. In terms of the goals, it was to do a full, like, animated scene, kind of similar to what you'd see for animated wallpaper. Which, for all intents and purposes, really doesn't fit the old do it in 1 week idea that for some reason I went into this with, because that was definitely not happening. Okay, so what I think I need to do here is I'm actually going to increase the width by a whole bunch here, so we've got something like this. Yeah, Shark Week is in July, so that happened. Also, it's not exactly a very official thing. It's something that was decided upon by National Geographic in terms of they spend the whole week broadcasting just documentaries about sharks and nothing else. And that's basically the whole extent of the officialness of Shark Week. So it's actually better if I just remove that entirely. The outer layer, I don't need the outer layer at all. I never finished it, so went through the box of many things I've started and haven't finished. There's also very much a chance to just try a lot of things. There's also the very general fact that this was something I spontaneously decided when I turned on YouTube one day in July last year, and the SpongeBob SquarePants official channel was broadcasting their shark-themed episodes for Shark Week, and that was literally how I came to this. So there wasn't really any real planning. It was done on the day, and it was not very well thought out for the most part. It just increases the width as I get bigger as I go down. I mean, the most effort I really put in was that I actually took the time to Google what Shark Week was after I saw the SpongeBob live stream going. As you can clearly see, there's absolutely no SpongeBob within this illustration. So, so that, and then let's just pop some of these out of here. Okay, so that exists now. Let us grab you, and we're just gonna turn you down for now. Oh, that's that bunch. Oh. Ah. Wait, where am I? Wait, what's this? Oh, this is probably talk out, right? Okay, there we go. Okay then, then we need a hold the former doing one piece like so. Can we just copy and paste this whole thing? Actually no, I need to make a move first. Okay, I actually need to think about how to do this. What's the best way to deal with this? I want to... Okay, what I need is to go through all of these and give all of these their own deformer here. Do I need to split the divisions a bit more? Maybe. No, not 2 by 3, I need to be 3 by 2. Oh no. Oh, whatever. I can change it later. Oh, there's so much lag. Oh dear. It's almost spectacular how much Live 2D does not enjoy how big this is. Let me just go. You need to be a 2 by 3. The rest of you need to be 3 by 2s. I'm probably not going to use it. 3 by 2 changes. Okay, let's just go through all... where are we? Not the shark, aquarium, kelp, rocks, sharp, tall kelp, you, replicate. Okay. Let me do this. I did these all brain shapes. How the hell did I do these all brain shapes? Okay, well, first up, let's get rid of these. We want to... these are no longer the tall ones. Let's call these straight kelp wiggle. Oh wait, do I need to name these properly? Is that a problem in here? My input. Are these named properly? Where's this back? I'm not going to be looking at these, but I'm still kind of curious. ID param. I don't. Okay. Then we want to... Will it be enough for 3 variations? I'm just thinking about this. Okay, so we'll go leaf wave 1 and then get rid of this. Then we're going to duplicate this twice. Whoop, to create. We want to make this number 2 and make this number 3. Alright, then what I need is to have you have this, then the rest of this, well, we'll just chuck it onto one for now, and I should be able to move these, right? Because if I want to, like, say, if I go into here, I should be able to go change, and I should be able to put it into leafway. Huh? Oh, wait. Oh, yeah, 2 and 3, yeah. So we're going to do them all from the same thing for now. Okay, how do I want to do this? Let me just go to you. I'm just going to remove you for a moment. Also, Shark, get you out of the way for a moment. Do I have quick controls on this? I should probably put some quick controls on here just to make it easier to turn things on and off. You know what? I should do that. You just, let me just go camera, cow. Let's make another folder down the bottom called quick manage. You can be yeah, you can be gray, whatever. Just make some very quick parameters going from 1 to 0. Let's see. Bowl. Replicate. How many parts do we have here? Well, sure, I'll go. That's just awful. Then we want to go Shark. Foreground. And then background. Alright, we're just gonna save for here. So they'll have to like always open the thing up for this. Just go. Oh wait. The deep's not locked, they are locked. Oh no, wait, yeah, right. Turn it down and then go opacity down. Foreground Shark. And then background. Okay, so we could just do that, and we could just do that, and it'll just turn off. Alright, good, very good. Right, let me sit down. Alright. So, first up, where am I? Where, la da da da. Okay, can I reflect this directly? What happens if I do that? Reflect. It works. Okay. Alright, that's part of why that would be very annoying. What do we want to do with this? We want to... Okay, what I'm curious about is can I just copy this straight down? Oh, whatever. This isn't too difficult to do manually. Da, 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 da. Oh, whatever, that's fine. Ba, 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 ba. Let's lift that and do grab this one like that. Are they actually upgrading the game? I'd be kind of curious how much they'll have to change in the back end if they're updating the engine. I'll be real, I'm not particularly familiar with actual engine development, since that's never within the scope of an indie developer. If they update the engine, then technically they will be able to do more modern updates, which would be interesting. Wait, they're releasing the engine? Is that what they're doing? Does Valve have SDK that you can just get? Valve... what's this called? Source. What's SDK? And what do you use it in? Do you just use it in... is it a library or what is this? I mean, I'm looking at their GitHub right now. I just want to see like what exactly it is. Okay, I think it's mostly what, just a library. Oh, they have a wiki. Let's have a look at the wiki. I'm sure this will make sense to everyone. Alright, let's have a look at this. Oh, yeah, there's no rush for what I'm doing today, so we can take some detours like this. Let's have a look. I mean, I presume they're talking about this. The February 2025 TF2 SDK release. Yeah, get the repository, setting up platform specific. Okay, so using the... I like how it's still called SDK 2013 with the 2025 update. They don't just say this is the source SDK 2025 version. They're just like, no, this is 2013 version, or 2013 version with a 2025 update. I'm surprised it's Visual Studio. Is it not a new version of Visual Studio? Hold on. I mean, I haven't updated my Visual Studio forever, but Visual Studio, what version is up to now? I'm presuming they update it every year, so I really would be surprised if the IDE is still at 2022 of all things, because it's kind of janky whenever you need to match versions with people. Oh, it's still 2022. Huh. They haven't updated it since. I mean, recently I've been using Visual Studio Code for things, but when I work with Unity, I have to use Visual Studio. That's the only thing that connects to it, or supposedly Visual Studio Code can connect to it, but I can't figure it out, so... Oh, whatever. That's besides the point. Oh, C plus plus. Oh, come on. I hate C plus plus. It's a lot more powerful, but it's also a lot more annoying. I mean, I'm a Java C# level developer, so I've done C++ before. I'm not very good at it, which is also why I don't mess around with Unreal very much, because Unreal runs on C++. I mean, I could probably figure it out if I'm looking at really written code. Right now, I don't think I'll be able to write a class, like even a class object from memory right now. If I see an example, I could probably figure it out. Like, reading logic hasn't really changed. It's like, it's pretty much the same since forever ago. So you compile the SDK, navigate, open everything, select everything, build. So you compile it, and then what happens? Build shaders, set up SDK. Okay, this is stuff that I'm definitely not familiar with, because I've never had to do this much for SDK of anything. Container, okay, build, this is building binaries. Dude, this is still command line. Preparing, what is this? I can't really see what this is saying. This is still command line. Why is all of this command line? And then it goes straight to troubleshooting. Okay, it doesn't really talk about anything about it's sitting inside the IDE. Why does everything run a command line? Just seeing so many CDs and sudos is really frightening me, because I hate command line. Alright, where am I? Setting up source, workshop, support. Is there not like a how to actually use this inside the IDE? That's wild. Actually, wait, let me... Oh. Let's have a look at this. Programming. I just want to see, like, how exactly... Do you just have a library and just compile and launch? What am I launching? Open... Okay, create the project, so... Oh, you... Oh, okay. So it makes a environment thing. You can really tell how old some of these guides are, since they're talking about Windows Vista. When was Windows Vista? How long ago was that? How long ago was Windows Vista? 2007. Oh, there was support for Vista all the way up to 2017, so it's not technically that long ago. They supported it for like, what, 10 years? You know, I don't think Vista is the first choice for someone who wants to use an older, secure OS. I think usually when someone uses the old Windows OS, it's usually XP. It's not Vista. Vista, I think, was the one that was like really easy to exploit. Wait, I'm opening. So basically what? It's already an existing project. Because I'm not getting any... I'm not making a new file. I'm literally just... It's literally just telling me to go into a file and like change some numbers. I like how it's just underdefined. It's just like sitting in the C++ file. That's so funny. Why is it define? Why is it not a variable? Because we're sitting... Okay, so we've got a class... What was this? Class missile ignite, I think. That's the function. There's a set function here that takes a parameter and then the defined variable. What is C++ define? Hold on, let me have this. C++. What was it? Hashtag define. What is this? I don't think I've ever used this. Define directive. Define in C++. Define a macro. Wait a minute. Oh. A way to represent a fragment of code or a constant value by giving it a name. So it's basically just a variable that you're basically saying is not going to change. This is the kind of thing that you define and you're not supposed to change it, but this guide is literally telling you to go straight in and change it. It's like, this is the stuff you're not supposed to touch. It's supposed to be the thing that you set once and never touch again. I mean, I guess it is one way to do it with a variable like this. Let me have a look at this. Macro constant. Let's just check this over here. Because it's basically telling you to where are they using this? Return. Okay, so they've defined pi, sure. So why do you just not use the parameter? Why do you use this? Use a macro? I don't see the point of this. Oh wait, no. I guess it's because you can't. Your functions can't write to it. That's probably why. Because typically, if you have a variable, you can write to the variable. or whatever the variable is pointing to a memory with how C++ works. Using the macro, basically nothing in the code can change it. I can actually explain this. I'm not completely rusted out on C++ yet. That's good to know. What is this doing? Macro expression. A loop expression. What is it doing? You're defining for loop. That... I don't see when you'd ever use this. Wait, what's CL? CL is not defined. Cool. Are these just fixed things in C++? I actually don't know. No, CL is print. What is ARR? No, oh, no. This is defined as the string array. And then this is a line break. Okay. What's the point of this? Where would you ever use this? You're defining a loop. How lazy do you have to be to use this? This is just literally, you don't write this part out. Like you don't write your for loop out. That's all it is. That seems so stupid. Like, I wouldn't trust myself to use this, because I'd rather, like, within my function, see, like, exactly what my loop is doing, not have a loop defined somewhere else that I can just reuse constantly. It's like, because you can only use this when, like, your loop is doing exactly this. Like, if it's not doing exactly this, or you need to do something, like, slightly specific, you can't use this. Like, you may as well just redo your loop every time. Because that'd just be more secure, especially when someone else is looking through the code. Like, this isn't friendly to other people looking through your code. Like, they'll have to be like, oh, like, they're using a predefined loop here, let me go look at what it is, like, every time. Especially if you have more than one. Like, maybe it's okay if you only have one, but if you have more than one, it's like, okay, let me just go check what this is and, like, scroll all the way back up to, like, where you've done all your defines. Like, that's so stupid. What is this? This is just a variable. This is exactly the same as the first one, isn't it? A constant. What does this do? What the fuck's the point of this? So you're saying that you're defining all users and you're telling it to point to FB users. Then you're telling FB users to point to 100. And so you can say all users and it'll just spit it back out as 100 because all users is pointing at FB users, which is pointing at 100. I don't see the point of this. I don't know what you'd use this for. What do you ever need this for? I actually don't know what you'd need this for. Either way, Okay, so I'm presuming that you basically have a project ready when you open the SDK. Because it seems like you already have a bunch of classes that they just basically tell you to modify instead of writing new things. I mean, you can definitely write new things and add to a project, but oh boy. Okay, what's vscript? I'm presuming this is the actual... Ah. Oh, let's have a look at this. This is script functions. Instances, variables, script debug, constants. Where's the classes? Classes there. Oh, okay, fine. Where's the functions? I have a thing here: clones, enums, classes, methods. Well, this is pretty standard. Wait, this is client side? That's so funny. Ragdolling is client-sided. That's actually kind of funny. It's not server-side. I guess it like sends to the client and then the client will see whether something ragdolls. I'm kind of curious whether that desyncs in like multiplayer, because I'm looking at what the Team Fortress class here. What is this for? This is for base entity. Okay. This should be like main parent of all of the other things, other entities they can probably control. There's a lot of functions. I'm presuming most of these get inherited by a child object. That's like so much shit. These are hooks. Oh, these are basically triggers. Okay, sure. Callback, animation. Wow, find body group by name. Oh boy. Everything just runs on ID. I'm actually kind of surprised how many things take a string as a argument instead of getting a class object. That doesn't seem all that reliable, especially with how expensive string or the string manipulations generally are. Indeed. What is this? Base combat weapon. Well, there's so many just default clip. Bup, 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 bum. I'll look at that again sometime if I feel like it. What the Alright, where are we? Probably should do a bit extra on some of these, but okay, so do it like that. Then what I want to do is split these so that they're not all on wave 1. So let's say 2, 3, and 7. No. 2, 5, and 7. I'm gonna move these down to number 2. Wherever that is. There we go. And then we'll say 4. It's just gonna be 4, 6, 8. We'll switch these over to wave 3. Okay, how do I feel about this? Like, this weird little wiggle that's something to do. I don't know if I need to do the other piece of kelp as well. I don't know how that felt after I messed around with it. Okay. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna copy this and paste that. What's that do? That gives us the a bunch of new pieces here. Does it have to be like that? Or can I make a good one? Or whatever. Well, that bothers me a little bit. Um. Oh, no, there's something. Alright, that puts that into order. So, then, we remove the default form lock. Oh, well, that's a problem. What's the best with the other sick? Just go ahead and give it a. That was a long way to deal with it. Okay, so then turn current shock off. Number 1 can be over here. Number 2, let's say you are here, which is going to shrink you down a bit. We're going to grab you. We're just going to, let's say, put you that way out here. What are the fish doing right now? Hold on, where's the backfish? Alright, that existed. Okay. Then we'll go 1 and 2. We're gonna say 1 and 2. We'll say change this to. Oh, wait. is you. And then we'll say 3 and 4. We're going to change that over to 3. Can't tell this is running at 60 frames or not. Where's the... Oh right, because I made a whole bunch of things in there. Well, on my phone, I literally bought a phone a few days ago. I had to run out and get a phone. So I have like what the I saw the box here. Let me see what's on the box. Does it say what storage it has on here? No. 128 gigs. Yeah, so my phone I swapped out literally Saturday, I think. Saturday or Sunday. Quite literally because I opened my banking app and it was like, hey man, your OS is not going to be supported in 4 days. And you won't be able to use the banking app anymore. Because you know, we don't care if you can't manage your money. That doesn't seem important, does it? So I had to run out and get a phone. Yeah, I had a was it Samsung? What the old one? Was this like a C7? Let's see. Uh, 2016. So nearly 10 years. That was my previous phone. It was like 9 years ago. I thought I had it for longer. But now I have the A35. That was like just on my budget when I went out to go get it. Unfortunately, I missed the Valentine's sale by like a few days. I would have gone and got it during the Valentine's sale if I knew that, of all things, my banking app wouldn't be able to use anymore. Honestly, I probably should have gone the iPhone in a way, given that the VTuber stuff require an iPhone for a lot of the fancier features that I don't do because I can't test them. Because the whole V-Bridger basically requires an iPhone, and there's a couple of extra parameters that you can add on if you have the iPhone's face recognition thing going on with the camera. But holy shit, Apple was expensive. Along with the fact that it'll be the only thing that would be the only reason I'll be getting a Apple would literally be because of like V-Bridger and like some very minor things. I don't think that was worth getting a iPhone for. You don't need an iPhone, especially since the what do you call it, commercial standard now is to use VShoot Studio, which got the webcam integration like 4-5 years ago now. I mean, the webcam integration for VShoot Studio came in a year after COVID, so 21, I think. But before that, the only way to use VShoot Studio was to have an iPhone. And there's still parameters you can't attach to your model if you don't have the Apple's face recognition software passing the parameters over the VShoot Studio. Like, a general fun fact is that I know for a fact both Hololive and Niji Sanji, who both use their own face tracking software, they both use iPhones as well. Not like I've ever seen them use any of the extra parameters that you might see on like indie models. Not like they need them, but I mean, a lot of the extra features that you can kind of add, one of them being, I think it was like mouth left right. It was like, it could track your mouth X, which was basically if you was it kind of squeeze one cheek and just like, what's it called when you do that with your mouth? I actually don't know. Another thing you could track with the iPhone was your tongue. It was able to track whether you stuck your tongue out, and you could add parameters to that as well. I mean, I still stand by practically at this point a blood pact with a friend back in university where we vowed not to use Apple products. I mean, basically, long story short, I wasn't actually part of his team, but I was there to listen to what was complaining. He had to do the final project basically for our degree was that we got a client from outside of the university, and they'll basically give us like something to like make based on like what they needed, and he had to make he basically had to make an app, but the client wanted both a Apple and a Android version. And because of the way the whole project like was set up between the university and the clients, there was no funding, so he had to pay out of pocket for Apple's ridiculous licensing. Because what you need to know about developing on mobile for Android, I mean, I don't know if it's still the same because this is like over 10 years ago, but at the time, Android, you download their IDE, like they had their own Android IDE, and then you start coding straight from there and you make the app. And then you can put it onto your Android phone and you can test it. And then if you want to put it onto the Android Play Store, that would be, I think it was like $10 to put it on the Play Store. I think. Might have been cheaper. But on the contrary, and why we vow to never use Apple, if you want to develop using Apple's code, the iOS code for apps, that was $100 US. If you want to set your iPhone to developer mode to test your app on your own iPhone, so this is, you're risking your own phone to test something that may or may not work or may not break your phone, another $100 US. To put it onto the Apple Store was another ridiculous licensing cost, which I think you had to pay for a license, and then you also had to pay separately for actually putting it onto the store. So I think he paid out of pocket like close to $500, counting the exchange rate, because obviously our dollar is weaker than the US dollar. I don't know if it's still the same, because I think like a couple of years ago it wasn't as big of a difference, because Apple realized that, you know, it helps if you don't make independent developers pay hundreds of dollars out of pocket to like make stuff for your system. But that's basically why I don't use Apple. Actually, let's have a look at this. How much does it cost to make an app for iOS? Let's see what's on Google nowadays. No, I'm not asking how much it makes for business to make it. Okay, let's have a look at Reddit. Someone has posted on iOS programming that they want to make an app. Okay, so it's still a $100 annual fee to have what I think is a license to put stuff onto the Apple Store. You need Xcode, which I think you need a license for. People are saying you don't need to have Xcode. You can try to get around it. Supposedly you should develop for iOS. Before you even get to that point, you need a Mac. So you need a Mac OS to even open the thing, but I'm pretty sure you can just run it on a virtual machine and you'll be fine. Okay, so now, apparently, if you want to push an app to your phone to test it, it will work for 7 days, but no longer than that. So apparently, if you want to retest your app, you would have to uninstall it and reinstall it onto your phone. Oh, you signed in and out. Why didn't you sign in and out? Well, basically they're saying reinstall it, and you can test it again, rather than, you know, just having your app on your phone and just testing it as you build it. Okay, and they still use their own IDE. Like, it sounds like they still use their own IDE that you can't go around. So that's still stuck there. Suppose you could go around different things to There are ways to circumvent a lot of things, but it's still a giant pain in the butt. Because at minimum, it seems like Xcode is the only thing that will actually build the app. So even if you can develop in a different environment, you can't build the app to actually use it on your phone without it. Okay, how much does Xcode cost in to use Xcode? It's completely free to download and use, supposedly. As long as you have a Mac. But if you want to put stuff on the App Store, you need the $99 annual ELA fee. But you need a Mac, because Xcode is only available on Mac, even though I would like to think that you could probably virtual machine it. But if you have the virtual machine it, that's really an extra step that's just completely unnecessary. Like, that's the thing with, like, Apple things. They're like, they force you to use this stuff, which is really annoying. Alright, but either way, we'll finish up here for the day. Okay, so I need to actually, like, add some motions for the kelp in the back there, and I need to check what other motions are actually a problem, because I changed the lighting on the shark, so that should be okay now. But before, the problem was that I selected the shark when doing the light before, so the light was in the shape of the shark, so the moment anything moved, the light would slip, and you'll see a bit that wasn't illuminated properly, but it should be okay now. Either way, this will maybe come out again for the I need something to work on because I finished up early. I still haven't actually decided on how long this loop is supposed to be. It's currently set to 24 seconds. I don't know why. I think it was so that everything wasn't divisible by 2, 4, and 8 or something. In terms of how long each looping portion of this was. In theory, the end result should be similar to a live wallpaper, or, as of note as well, it could also be similar to the memorial lobbies in Blue Archive, where they have the live 2D playing on your home screen. That's kind of a similar idea to what I did with my my starting screen and my end screen as well. Either way, as of next week, I have not planned anything, as usual. I'll think about it then, and then we'll go from there. So anyways, thank you very much for watching today's session of a little bit of texture drawing for the live 2D model, and then sticking them in and sticking some parameters on them, and then getting sidetracked very beautifully. But there's no deadline on this. Shark Week was over half a year ago, so there's literally no rush. Anyway, if you want to see more things like this, remember to be subscribed or followed, depending on where you're watching from. Leave a like because it helps me out. I'll see you again next time.